One hard-hitting question for every Eastern Conference team. Let's start in order. I like to start. I like to start this one. So we'll start in order from basically from the standings because it makes it easier for me at least. Let's start with the Cavs. My question for the Cavs is the bench good enough to take them farther in the playoffs? That's my question. Because last year the bench was okay, but we saw that it was could you say that was their downfall? Probably, but this year they got better bench players. Charles talks about it all the time. They got Lonzo Ball, you got Larry Nance Jr., DeAndre Hunter probably comes off the bench. Can those additions take the Cavs to the promised land and help them win a championship? Now we know the four guys are the key. We know that, but can the bench can they be the ones can set the tone and help them get to the promised land? So my question is the bench good enough to take the Cavs far?
My hard hitting question for them is: should we blow it up? You guys,
Mm.
you guys failed expectations last year. Donovan Mitchell hasn't been past the second round. And so if it's another early playoff exit, should we blow it up? Because obviously it's not working. Or should we trade Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell? Because Donovan Mitchell has a player option in 27, 28. So does he decline it? Does he accept it? Yeah. So if these guys have another early playoff exit, should we blow it up?
Would you blow it up if they lose and say the second round again, hypothetically?
No, I wouldn't, only because that team is still a good team. And and making it to the finals and winning a championship, luck has to do with it. Last year they had a good chance at making the finals, but those guys got injured. Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, they missed time during that Pacers series. And if they were fully healthy, who knows how that series would have went. It probably would have been better. They probably would have won. So but no, me personally, I wouldn't blow it up. But that's my question for them. If they have another early round exit, should you blow it up? Should we blow it up?
That's actually a good question. Hypothetically, if they do lose the second round, would I blow it up? I think about it because I feel like
Or
at
would
that
you
point,
just trade one of the two, Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell? Because Evan Mobley and Jared Allen has to stay.
well, I would keep Mobley, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm keeping, if anything, I would keep Mobley and Donovan. But like you said, Donovan Mitchell has a player option. So technically, he'll have 1 year left, right?
Mm-hmm.
After next year, he'll have one
Mm-hmm.
year. So he have 1 year, then the player option, right?
Yeah, because this upcoming season is 25, 20. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They have
So
one
he'll
year.
have 1 year, then the player option. I mean, you can get back the most obviously for Donovan Mitchell. Mobley, I'm not trading. I'm not giving him away. Jared Allen, you definitely think about it. And Darius Garland, can Darius Garland be that? Can he be that? Can Darius Garland be my point guard that can get me to the championship or farther in the playoffs? I don't know. I don't know. But that is actually a very good question. I like that question. The Celtics. My question for the Celtics is what's the goal this year? What are you trying to do? Are y'all going to be like a bad team, or are you guys going to try and be good enough? Because you guys do have your own first round pick. And if you guys aren't really that good, I think you guys should just probably tank probably later in the year. If it gets bad, if you think we ain't going to go nowhere and say like hypothetically March or something, I think you should tank. But if you guys are decent, just be decent. But what's the goal for y'all? And then the added on question: can they retool around the superstars when Jason Tatum comes back? Can they make the moves? Because we just saw they lost all the other guys. Can they retool around Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown once Jason Tatum comes back? So that's my question. What's the goal this year for the Boston Celtics?
My question is, should we trade Jalen Brown? Because between the two, they're combined for over 100 million. And you guys just got below the apron. And these guys' salaries is only going to keep increasing. And like you said, how are you going to retool around them? Because you guys barely have any money. And so they're obviously going to keep Jason Tatum. So, should you break up the duo? Should you trade Jalen Brown?
Would you?
Low key, yeah. For money purposes, yeah. Me personally, I don't want to break them up because I think those two together are really good. But bro, they making over 100 mil just them two combined. So next time they up for a contract extension, what you gonna pay both of them again?
Probably.
Because their money is only gonna get higher and higher and higher. And then now you got two players making damn near 30-40% of your team's salary.
And
So
I would. Oh my bad. I was just gonna say, and also like they're under the salary cap now. They're under it now with
yeah,
the
yeah.
second apron stuff because they traded Porzingis and all of them. But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, again, when it comes to like the retooling, like what players are you gonna get? Because depending on hypothetically a player, like hypothetically, let's just say Trey Young. Hypothetically, they get Trey Young. You sign Trey Young to 50 some mil. That adds on to that. So then y'all basically back up to where y'all started, or you get say some good players at like a decent salary. So like hypothetically, Laurie Marketing, he ain't making that much, so he could fit under your salary cap, and y'all still be decent, be able to have both of them still. So I like that. Do you trade Jalen Brown? I wouldn't do it because I seen what we won a championship with these two. So I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't do it. Oh, let me go first. Oh wait, let me go later. My bad. I also think the loss of Tyrone will be present. That could be though, because I get what he's saying. Because I would say right now, at least, I don't know. You might not. I don't think you agree with it. Tyrone, at least right now, is better than Lonzo. I think
Mm.
he is a better player than Lonzo scoring wise. Now, is he the shooter as Lonzo? Probably not. But I do think Ty Jerome, at least right now, is a better player than Lonzo Ball, and they probably will miss that. But
I
Lonzo
don't
brings
know,
that
G.
defense and stuff in the passing to an extent. So I get what he's saying on that.
I disagree. I think Lonzo's better because we seen in the playoffs what Ty Jerome did. He had a good game or two, but his playmaking wasn't there, and he was a defensive liability. That's one of the reasons why he got pulled off the court. And with Lonzo is not a defensive liability, and he's a good playmaker. And that's what they missed in that playoffs. Because when Darius Garland got hurt, we would have thought Ty Jerome would have got more minutes, but he didn't. So I mean, me personally, I think Lonzo's the better all around player. I'll take Lonzo over Ty Jerome. I don't think they really lost anything. Yeah, Lonzo isn't the scorer Ty Jerome is, but he does everything else better. And then now if Darius Garland goes back down, you don't have to rely on Donovan Mitchell running point because Donovan Mitchell was tired as hell during that series because he had the ball in his hands so much. Now you got Lonzo if Darius Garland goes down again. And now Donovan Mitchell doesn't have to do as much as far as playmaking wise because now we have Lonzo, so he can conserve his energy, and then Lonzo can guard the best opposing player guard.
No, I honestly, if we get like healthy Lonzo versus healthy, obviously Ty Jerome, I would probably take Lonzo. But Lonzo, we seen it obviously, like we seen him come back, but I don't know. I really don't know now. Can we get Lonzo when he plays 30 plus minutes or at least 25 minutes next year with the Cavs? I don't know. That's why I just said right now, I think Ty Jerome is a better player than him right now. Now, could Lonzo be better than him the end of the year? Yes, of course. But I just think right now, as we speak on August 14th, I would take Ty Jerome right now, at least, as the better player. I'd rather tank and see what JB can be as the primary option. I see a Klay Thompson or Steph type player.
Now, remember we were talking like, I think this was like, oh, I want to say like 3-4 pods ago. When we found out Jalen Brown had surgery,
Yeah.
we was like, they should low key tank, bro. Go get you a lottery pick. You can either flip that lottery pick or you can keep it. So,
If they get a
I
lottery
want to
pick,
see
they
them
probably
tank.
keep it.
I
I
want to
would
see them.
keep it.
I'd rather see them tank, bro. I'd rather this be a throwaway year. They tank, get a decent player in the draft. Like I said, they either keep it or trade it and move on from there.
Did you see that they said earlier that they're going to start paying Pritchard and have Simons come off the bench as like just scoring option off the bench?
No, I did not. Why would they do that?
Don't ask me, brother.
You
If I
supposed to have your best players out on the court at all times.
maybe
Don't get me
they
wrong, Peyton Pritchard is good, but to start, I mean, yeah, he's been there and he knows the system, so probably that's why. But I'll start Anthony over him.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. And then Black Ron said he said they own their first round pick. That's what I'm saying. So like I wouldn't trade it. If that pick is high, I'm keeping it. Why not? So it says, hold on, before we go to the next team, the Boston Celtics are expected to start Peyton Pritchard and have Anthony Simons come out the bench. The Boston Celtics appear poised to elevate Peyton Pritchard to the starting line while using Anthony Simons as a high scoring option off the bench for the season if he remains on the rosters. Source informed the FastBreakJournal.com the Celtics believe Peyton Pritchard has earned the starting job through years of steady development. His familiarity with the system and readiness to handle expanded responsibilities have made him the preferred option to open games at point guard.
Yeah.
You did just say that.
Yeah, I did just that's really what it was.
Basically, just said it. He knows the system and he's been there a long time. Like he does deserve. And I'm because it's like Anthony Simons is probably a better player, but it's like when it's just like bucket for bucket, Anthony Simons is like you could get potentially 20 points off the bench, but you getting 20 points with Peyton Pritchard too off the bench. So it's like it really doesn't matter, I guess. But Peyton Pritchard probably deserves to start. He been hooping. He been hooping for that. He won 6 man of the year last year. So and then, like you said, they own their first round pick. Next team, the Knicks. My question is, can Mikal Bridges have a bounce back year? You got paid. Let's see if you can be that third option because Charles was talking about paying Mikal Bridges to deserve that money. So can he show us he could potentially be the legit third option? No one asked you to be next Mikal Bridges, but I do want to see if you can have a bounce back year like you was at least with Brooklyn. Because if you have a bounce back year, this team could go to the championship. So I want to see what Mikal Bridges does next year, especially in the new system with Mike Brown. He actually probably be better with Mike Brown's system. So can Mikal Bridges have a bounce back year? That's my question.
My question for the Knicks is: can Brunson be our best player? I think Brunson is a really good player. I don't know if he can lead your team to a championship though. I think he could be your second best player. I think they have 2 number 2s on their team with him and Cat. But can Brunson be our best player? Can he be our true number 1 guy?
You think Jalen Brunson number 2?
Yeah. I don't think he's a number 1. I think he's a really good number 2.
Oh wow. That's actually shocking, even though he's done a lot for the Knicks as the number 1 option. That's very shocking.
He didn't get him there. They was supposed to beat the Pacers. He could, if he was a true number 1, he would have got them past them Pacers, bro. I'm not saying the Pacers are trash. Like, I don't want people to think that I think the Pacers were trash last year.
You definitely thought they were trash.
They were a good team.
You had the Bucks beating them. You thought they were trash.
I just thought that the Knicks were better. I thought that the Knicks were a better team than them. I thought the Cavs were a better team than them.
You thought the Bucks were a better team.
The Bucks, I believed in Giannis. I believed in Giannis and Dame. I didn't expect Dame to get hurt.
I'm not even going to that again. But like I said, my question is, can Mikal just have a bounce back year under Mike Brown? I want to see what Mike Brown does. And De'Aaron Fox technically had an all-star year with Mike Brown. So can Brunson elevate under Mike Brown? We got to wait and see. So that's my question for the Knicks. The Pacers. My question for the Pacers. Will you guys tank or be competitive? And what is your center replacement? Because we're looking at the center now. Your center is James Wiseman, Isaiah Jackson, and Jay Huff. That ain't good. Now, could Jay Huff be surprising? Who knows? But what are y'all going to do? Are y'all going to try and find a center throughout the season and trade for one? Hypothetically, let's just say Nikola Vucevic or something. Are you going to guys trade for a better center? Because the center rotation is not good. And it is by committee, too. It's not like Jay Huff going to be out there probably playing 35 minutes. It's probably going to be by committee. So can you guys find a center replacement? And are you guys going to tank or be competitive? You guys lost your 2 best players. So this might be a year where you guys could take it away. I think they have their first round pick this year. So tank, get a high pick to go when Tyrese comes back with Pascal Siakam. And then you guys the next year will be a really good team and could potentially get back to the NBA Finals. You never know. So will the Pacers tank or be competitive? And what is their center replacement?
My question for them is: do we trade for a superstar, or because Tyrese is hurt, Miles is gone, and when Tyrese gets back, it's just him and Pascal. They have a lot of good pieces on their team, a lot of trade pieces on their team as well, as far as Aaron Naismith, Nimhart, Ben Matherin. So can we go and trade and get that third place? For instance, do they trade and go get Joel Embiid? I don't think Philly is going to let Joel Embiid just walk like that. But say that, for instance, they go and trade for Joel Embiid, Tyrese, and Siakam. That's a nasty big three. I like that big three. The only thing is, can Joel stay healthy? Um, yeah. So my question for them is, do we trade for a superstar?
I dare the Pacers offer me J Huff and some regular weak players for Joel. I
Nah,
dare you.
they're probably are Wiseman, because they're gonna have to get a big back in return.
Uh,
Matherin for sure, but you already got VJ there.
And I got
Um,
Maxi and Jeremy. I don't want them. Why would I want James Wiseman?
Only reason
Why would I
why I
want?
said B because I know Philly wants to
No,
move
I
on
get it.
from a B.
I get it. I'm just thinking like James Wiseman. What am I supposed to do with that? I'd rather
Granted,
keep
James
Butler.
Wiseman ain't really had an opportunity for real. This is gonna be his first year with a legit opportunity
I hope he can
because he
be
went to the
healthy. Knock on
Pistons.
wood.
He went to the Pistons. Didn't have Jalen Duran was in front of him. He's not starting over him. The Warriors, we already know what Steve Kerr was on with him. So this is a legit shot to show what he's made of.
Hey, now that I think about it, Monty Williams was really on some BS. He was playing both of them at the same time, Durant and Wild. He was on
Yeah.
some BS. Hey,
That's
Monty,
when I mean, Duran was trying to shoot threes and shit. Like, nah, dog.
hey, he was crazy. Monty was a funny guy, man. Hey, he
Hey, he's
stole the
still getting
bag.
paid though.
Yeah,
He's still
he's still
he's
getting the
still getting
bag, though.
paid.
He's still getting that bag, man. Hey, Monty was a crazy dude, bro. He funny, bro. Hey, I would go. What I'm going back to the NBA for, man? If y'all giving me all that bread to do nothing,
Hey, would you trade for Embiid though if you're the Pacers? Because the
would
Sixers
I?
want to get on from him.
I mean, would I? Probably, but it's like y'all ain't gonna get the biggest. Y'all ain't gonna get no great offer from me. Because I guarantee, if you're Philly, you want at least close to the maximum value of Joel Embiid.
Oh, they're gonna get him hella picks. They gonna give him hella picks for him. Because that's one of the only ways they gonna get them from him. Because the
But
Philly
then
don't want
if
draft
I'm
capital.
if I'm the Pacers and I give you hypothetically 3, 4 first round picks, I'm basically tying my future picks to you to Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. So that's you taking a chance on that. I don't know who wants Joel Embiid when he gets hurt and damn near making 50 plus million a year. Who wants that? Because I think if he would, I think they would get rid of him. I think they would if they could. They just can't, man. My next team, the Milwaukee Bucks. My question is, what's a good season for the Bucks? What's a good season for you guys? Because again, Giannis is probably gonna stay. You guys have to try to keep him. So what's a good season for y'all? Like, do you guys have to be like 20 games over 500? Do you guys just have to be mid for the rest of the year for Giannis to stay? What is a good season for you guys to keep Giannis out of the Kubo? Because again, when you look at that roster, and Bobby Porter said, "How
Boo
come we
boo.
can't win in the East, brothers? Do you not look at your team? I get it. You got to think that
Boo
way.
boo.
That team ain't good. So,
Boo boo.
what's a good season for the Milwaukee Bucks? That's my question.
I feel like a good season for them would be a 6 seed and competitive in that first round. That's a
I
good
think that's
season for them.
I think that's exceeding expectations. I think that's exceeding
Uh,
expectations.
my question for the Bucks: is it time for a rebuild? Because with reports, Giannis don't want to be there, even though he's saying that he wants to be in Milwaukee his whole career. I feel like Giannis wants to win, and if that means leaving Milwaukee, I believe he will do that. So you don't want it to be one of those things where you're too late on it. I'm the type of guy where I'd rather be a year early than a year late. So is it time for you to rebuild? Is it time for you to trade Giannis and get some trade pieces back and get some draft capital back and rebuild your team? Because he already did what he was supposed to. He brought a chip to the team. He brought a chip to the city. So he did what he's supposed to already. So is it time for a rebuild?
Who we rebuilding with though?
That's
They
why
did
you
have
trade him and get
AJ
all that draft
Johnson.
capital.
They did have AJ Johnson, but they let him go for Kuzma. I'm just saying. I'm just
That's
saying,
why.
man.
That's why you trade him and get that draft capital back, and you're gonna have to go draft somebody.
Because man, look, man, your rebuilding P parts, man. Woo! Andre Jackson. That ain't a good rebuilding piece, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Ryan Rollins. My young core ain't looking nice, man, for
It's
me.
not looking good. The best young player they got on that team is probably Kevin Porter.
You consider him still a young player?
How old is he? Like 25?
Kevin Porter. Damn, where's his name? Oh, he is 25. He's 25.
Youngish.
Is he like okay, like you said, we rebuild hypothetically. You would put him as like your core of the
No,
rebuilding?
no, he's just no. They don't have a core. That's why you gotta trade Giannis so you can get some draft because they gonna be bad.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
They trade Giannis, you gonna be bad. So you gonna be in the
If they
lottery
was in
every
the
year
West,
for
where
like the
would they
next
be at?
bottom. With Giannis or without Giannis?
With Giannis? If they were in
Oh,
the
with
West,
Giannis,
where would they be at?
in the West, they'll probably be ugh,
I'm not
around,
giving them playing.
nah, they're not even playing. They not even playing. They
I
probably
think
like
people.
the 13th, maybe 12th, 12th best team in the West.
I think people just have the Bucks like kind of like a 60, like you've been saying, just because of Giannis. Like he's so great, he can will us to the 6 seed. Is he gonna win? Hell no.
No,
But
no.
he can will us at least. The next team, the Detroit Pistons. My question is, can they take advantage of the East? They were a good team last year. That's Charles' favorite team, y'all. You might
Yeah.
not say it, but that's his favorite team, man.
That's one of
But
my favorite teams.
now that is your favorite team.
Now
I'm just
this I
saying.
could say I'm a fan of the Pistons in general. I'm a fan of the
That's your
Pistons.
favorite team. It's your favorite team right now, man. That's your favorite team. But nah, it's all jokes. But the East is weaker. The Pistons had a chance. Charles picked the Pistons last year to beat the Knicks. And the Pistons are probably either better or at least in the same. Can they take advantage and potentially say go to an Eastern Conference Finals while they are a good team? And then another question is, what will it take for them to take the next jump? What's it gonna take? Like, can the jump of Jaden Ivey be the next step for them to get past, say, the first round this year, or maybe get to the conference finals? Who knows? But what is the next step for them to? What is the next? What is it gonna take for the Pistons to take the next jump? And can they take advantage of the East? That's my question for the Pistons.
Well, the answer to that second part, I think Asur. I think it depends on Asur.
Ooh.
If Asur was more of a scoring threat in that Knicks series, I think it would have been. I think the Pistons probably would have pulled it out because not only do you have Cade as a scoring threat, well, Jaden Ivey wasn't there too, but now you have Asur, Tobias, Cade. Like it's a lot of guys that you gotta try to stop now because the Knicks had that hard time just with Cade and Tobias. So if Asur would have gave them something offensively or more offensively, it probably would have been they probably would have pulled that series out. My question for the Pistons is the same as yours, almost. How far can Cade take us? Can Cade lead us to an Eastern Conference Finals? Can Cade lead us to the second round? Cade had a breakout year last year. I think Cade's a really good player. But I still feel like he has to show us he can be our number one guy and lead us to the promised land. So how far can Cade take us?
You know what's crazy with the Pistons? They won the 2 games on the road, but couldn't win none of the 3
Man,
games at
home.
home. And if they could have just won at least a game at home, it would have been different because they showed that we beat y'all twice at y'all crib in Madison Square Garden. They showed us.
Mm-hmm.
They just couldn't win on the road, bro. They did get cheated out and what was that game 4 when Tim Hardaway hit the 3? And he
In the
got
corner.
fouled, and they didn't call it.
Yeah,
Yep,
in
and
the
they didn't
corner.
call it.
Yep.
He got fouled.
Hmm.
They would have won if they would have called that. They would have won. They would have won that game, and I think it would have been tied. It would have been tied 2-2. It would have been tied because they went down 3-1, and then they won game 5 and lost game 6. All the games were good. I
Coast.
think besides
Yeah,
game
all of them.
1, every game
All of
was
them.
good. Every
Hmm.
game was good. And Charles would have been up here, man. He would have been
Boy,
jumping up
I would
there.
have been popping it, boy. Oh my God.
Because I picked the Knicks.
Boy, I
That
would have
was
bought a
a very
K. I would have bought a K jersey that next day or that
What would you
same day.
rank out of the first round? Where would you rank that series? Like just in that first round? That was probably top 3. Could argue it.
Well, me being biased, I feel like it was the best series in that first round.
Because in the East, it was like Celtics, Magic. Celtics beat them. Cavs and Heat. They beat the Cavs the Cavs beat the Heat by damn near like 40 points every game. Bucks and the Pacers. Pacers beat them 4-1. Rockets Warriors was decent. Timberwolves beat them. The Timberwolves beat the Lakers 4-1. Honestly, and the Nuggets and Clippers, that was a game 7.
That was a good one. The
Then
Nuggets and
Thunder,
Clippers
they
was a good
swept the Grizzlies. Honestly, that's probably top 3. Like first round series, that's probably top 3. You could argue it. That was a really good series.
Yeah, I'll put that probably too.
Probably top 3.
That Nuggets and Clippers. I feel like that Nuggets and Clippers series is probably a little bit better than that one.
Yeah.
I'll probably go Nuggets, Clippers, them, and then Rockets and Warriors.
Rockets, Warriors. I think he will continue to excel. I think the question is, can Ivy ascend and help elevate his game offensively?
Yeah, that's me personally. I was saying trade Jaden Ivey. I don't really think they need him, bro. I don't think they need him at all. Because he needs the ball in his hands, and his off-ball skills isn't really that good. He's not really that good of a shooter. That's why his off-ball skills aren't that good. But he's a great cutter. His shooting. We have to see his shot. If his shot is better next year, then I'll say keep him. But I say trade Jaden Ivey, bro.
Are you starting him going into the year? You starting him?
Yeah.
Because there's no Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway was starting. Malik Beasley is, what he's going through. So it's either like Jaden Ivey, Duncan Robinson. I think Harris LeVert stays on the bench because you need that bench scorer. So it would be like Jaden Ivey or Duncan Robinson you start. Or
I'm not starting Duncan.
He brings the shooting though. No, he is a no matter what you think of Duncan, he's still probably one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Like, I mean, we can't hold that against him. Like, so maybe I wouldn't be shocked if they started Duncan. I wouldn't be shocked, bro, because he brings that shooting. Because I think last year you was talking about, like, man, you just need that shooting around K. He's one of the best shooters in the league. So why not start him?
I wish they could have kept Beasley, bro. Oh, I wish they could have kept Beasley.
Well, apparently, I think you said something about, like, they probably keep him. They said that they have one roster spot left, and they're probably keeping it for him, depending on what goes on with his situation, his gambling thing. So they have one roster spot open because they signed Javonte Green, and that was like the 14th roster spot.
Okay.
So they got one spot open, and they said they probably keep it open for him. Whatever that, I don't know how long that's going to take, though. But the next team, the Orlando Magic. My question is, will the improved shooting take you guys far in the playoffs? That's my question. Can Desmond Bain shooting? Can Jalen Suggs shooting? And can maybe an improved Paolo shooting and Franz shooting, can that guys take you to probably the Eastern Conference Final? Because the Magic, they made the Desmond Bain trade, and a lot of people, especially me, I think they could damn near go to the Eastern Conference Finals at least, or at least fight second round. But can this shooting? That's been their Achilles heel, the shooting. That was one of their downfalls. Can the shooting take these guys far in the playoffs? We got to wait and see, but that is my question for the Orlando Magic.
My question for them is it time to trade or break up our duo between Franz and Paolo? Because they both damn near play the same. They both like to take the same amount of shots, and Franz's shot isn't really, like you said, we need improved shooting, and Franz's shot really isn't that good. And so it's like I feel like sometimes they low-key get in the way of each other. Because since Franz isn't a really good 3-point shooter, it's like he has to take the same shots as Paulo. Sometimes they both get in the way of each other on offense. So is it time? Is it time to break that duo up?
Ooh, to answer that
Low key,
question,
I think if they trade Franz, they can get something good back, and I think their team would be even a little bit better.
who we getting better than a Franz Wagner?
You gotta go get a big, whatever
Damn.
big that is. You gotta go get a big because Wendell is not it, my guy. That boy is not it.
How would you think if Nikola Vucevic was on that team? Just replace
Oh, if
Wendell
he went
Carter.
back, if he
Yeah,
went back,
hypothetically.
um,
How would they be?
I mean, well, the Magic defense is already good. So even if Vucevic was back on there, I don't think their defense would dip. But I like it because he's a better shooter than Wendell. He's a better rebounder than Wendell. He's a better scorer than Wendell.
He's just a
Um,
better player.
yeah.
Just a better player.
so I
Just a
like it.
better
I would
player.
like it. I would like it.
I wouldn't break it up because again, I remember I said this months ago. I said this Magic team reminds me of the Celtics when the Jays they were talking about breaking them up early on. They wasn't winning. It wasn't working to some people. They got in each other's way. They play the same style. That next thing you know, they win a championship. I think they are still young. What Franz is in year 5 and Paulo's in
Yeah.
year 4. They're still young. Like let's wait and see. Like the Magic just got good. They just got good like 2 years ago. They just got good. So they're still young. Let's wait and see, man. Like we can't blow it up already. We can well at least break them two up. We can't do it already. Because if that was the case, they would have been broke up Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum a long time ago. But they chose to stay with it. Look what happened. They won a championship. Could the Magic do the same thing? I don't know. But let's wait and see. But that is a good question. Is could they them up? Next team, the Miami Heat. Will Bam's offense grow? And do the Heat actually have a consistent third option? I say that because every year you thought it was Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins was kind of inconsistent with them. Terry Rozier was supposed to be that guy. He been bad. So now with Norman Powell, you trade with Norman Powell. Is he your consistent third option for the Miami Heat? Because we know that the Heat's offense has been bad. Defense has always been good. It's just always been their offense. So now, besides Tyler Hero, besides Bam, do they have a consistent third option? And will Bam's offense grow? We talked about it last summer when he was in Olympics, hitting the 3-point shot. He actually kind of declined a little bit. I mean, he only averaged 18 points this year. And I feel like he could give me more than that. I think he could give me close
Yeah,
to
for
probably
sure.
25.
I
Like,
was gonna
so,
say around 23. Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah.
around 23.
No,
Yeah.
that's good. That's a good number 23, 25 points. So, will Bam offense grow this year? I want to see if he will take the next step because I'm waiting on it. He's had it like, I think, 22, 23, he averaged 20 points at least. Then he go to 19, then 18. So, he's been going down. So, I want to see if Bam offense grow this coming up year. And do the Heat finally have a consistent third option?
My question for the Heat: do we need new management, and do we need to rebuild? Because you guys have been mid for a long time. You guys have not gotten any superstars, any stars. You built through the draft and you hit on Bam and Tyler Hero. But that's not enough. That's not enough at all. So do we need need new management? Because Pat Riley has not done anything for the Heat in the last couple of years. And you got Heat fans and delusional fans like Daniel who consistently believe in Pat Riley. And Pat Riley has not shown you guys anything for the last what 7 years, probably a little bit more than that. So yeah, is it time for new management?
Man, it's been time for new management for the longest, bro. And Pat Riley, he don't want to rebuild. The man already old. He ain't trying to go through no rebuilding process. You know how it is. Sometimes, depending on the team, it might take like 3 years, 4 years. He don't want to go through that. He probably just cool with staying mid and just being fine with that. Like, but don't be out here giving false hope like you could go get these players, then you
And
never
don't
get them.
go, yeah, and don't go get them. Yeah,
Like, you guys are literally like 0 for like 10 on like stars. Like, I remember I dropped that list like months ago. Like, they missed out on a lot of stars. And I get it. I understand you ain't trying to, give up, say, a lot of players for just this one player. I get that. But at the same time, if you think that one player is the missing piece, go after him. Go after it. So just don't give false hope that, hey, we in the hunt for Kevin Durant, knowing damn well y'all not. We in the hunt for Dave, but y'all really not. Donovan Mitchell, y'all not. Like, stop doing that. That's why I don't believe in Pat, bro. At this point, Pat just got to show me. He just got to show me. Like, until I see Shams Charania breaking news, Miami Heat trade, like, I got to see it for myself. So,
Here
yes.
come Daniel. I'm just waiting on Daniel to pop in the chat now.
He ain't gonna pop in the chat. He's scared. The next team, the Atlanta Hawks. My question is, who else can create for them? Because once Trae Young comes off the court, they really don't have another creator for them. Like, I guess you like a person that can handle the ball. Maybe Nikhil, and I would say Dyson to an extent, but who else will create for the Atlanta Hawks once Trae Young is off the court? And they technically don't even have a backup point guard, really. So I don't.
Buffin. Kobe Buffin.
Is he gonna play? That's my thing. Is he gonna play? He hasn't really played. So
no, he hasn't.
So that's my thing. So can somebody who is gonna be the other creator for the Atlanta Hawks? Because man, the Hawks is Trae Young. He creates everything for them. So who is gonna create for Atlanta Hawks? That's my question.
We talked about it a little bit earlier when we first started the pod. But my question for them is, can Trae lead us to a championship? Like you said earlier, the Hawks didn't give him a contract extension because it's showing us they don't really believe in him. Like you said, can he lead us to a championship? Can he lead our team to the promised land? So that's my question for the Hawks. Can Trae actually lead y'all to a championship? Can Trae be our best player on a championship team?
Honestly, though, if you look at it, is Jalen Johnson probably the second best creator?
No, I'll probably say Dyson.
That's still not the best.
I'll probably say Dyson.
That's why I'm like, they need another creator. Like, if they had Lonzo Ball, man, that would have been decent. But yeah, they just need somebody else that create when Trae Young's off the court, bro. Because if Trae Young, if he off the court and y'all don't have nobody that create for y'all, y'all screwed. The next team, the Chicago Bulls. I wouldn't be shocked if we have the same exact question. Will the Bulls go into a fully tanked season? Will they finally tank this year and commit to the rebuild? We talk about this I feel like we talk about this damn near like every other pod. Will the Bulls tank, bro? Because the Bulls are not a good team. Yes, you're most likely going to get Josh Giddey back, but you have to trade Vucevic, go into a full rebuild with Montes, Josh Giddey, probably trade Kobe White. It's finally time you guys just say, hey, we're not a good team. We're not trying to fight for a player. Let's try to get a high draft pick and let's just fully tank, man. It's okay. It's okay to tank, bro. I know people be crying, talking about, man, why y'all taking, man? Y'all should No, it's okay if you guys just tank the season away, get a high pick, and then the city will love you. So will the Bulls commit to a fully tanked season? That's my question.
My question for them, what the hell are we fighting for? Like you said, we need to fucking rebuild. We've been needing a rebuild for the last 3, 4, 5 years, dog. We ain't been nothing. What are we fighting for? Why are you keeping this team together? There's no point. You didn't trade DeMar. You didn't trade Lonzo. You didn't trade Alex Caruso. You didn't trade damn near everybody. So why are we still trying to be competitive? This team isn't going nowhere. What are we fighting for? You need to fight for a first round draft. You need to fight for a first overall pick. That's what you need to fight for. Because you trying to fight for the play-in every single year, that ain't doing nothing for the city. Nothing at all, bro. So what are we fighting for? What are we fighting for?
They want the fans to get that extra game. That playing game. They want the fans to get that extra game.
No, they want that extra game so they can get more money out of us. That's what it is. Dog, tank. Tank so you can get that first overall pick or a top 3 pick, draft a good player next year, and keep it moving, dog.
Oh
But it
man.
pissed me off every single time we talk about them, bro.
I mean, they're probably gonna be a bad team. All right, so if they don't trade Vucevic, what you go? How are you gonna feel if they don't trade him this year?
Bro, I'm not gonna watch. I'm to be honest with you, I'm not gonna watch no Bulls game this year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not watching no Bulls game.
Yeah, you'll probably watch. You'll watch it.
Yeah, if they playing a team that I want to see play, or if I got a bet on somebody, yeah, I'm gonna watch them. But for my own leisure, I am not watching them boys.
Oh, not just. Oh, you're not like, hey, the Bulls are on. Gotta watch the
No,
Bulls.
no, no. If I got a parlay and I need Montez to get some boards or some points, yeah, I'll watch it then.
The next team, the Toronto Raptors. My question is, are you guys gonna be a good team or a bad team? Because you guys are paying a lot of people. Everybody in that starting five is getting paid a lot of money. So,
Mhm.
are you guys actually going to be a good team this year? Are you going to probably be a bad team that a lot of people think of? Like Brandon Ingram getting paid a lot of money, Scotty, max deal, RJ getting paid a decent amount. You paid quickly 35 mil a year. Jakob just got paid a decent bag. Are you guys actually going to be a good team? Because this starting five is very expensive to probably be bad. So are you guys going to actually be good team or a bad team? That's my question for the Toronto Raptors.
My question for the Raptors: who is our alpha? You
Who's
got
a good
Brandon Ingram
team?
now. You got Brandon Ingram now. You got RJ and you got Scotty. All three want to be an alpha of a team. So who's gonna be our number one? Who's gonna who's gonna be that number one, and who else is gonna fall in line to be that two and that three? Me personally, I think Scotty should be their alpha, but Scotty's not the scorer that Brandon Ingram is. But who? Yeah, that's my question for them. Who's gonna be our alpha?
A lot of people do think Brandon Ingram is going to be like the guy now. I do see a lot of people like when they talk about the Raptors, it's probably going to be Brandon Ingram because they probably think he is just the better player than Scotty. And like you said, it's just not the scorer as him and the shooter, just not that. And Brandon Ingram could pass in to an extent, maybe create, but a lot of people do have Brandon Ingram as like the guy now. That's with him on the team. It'll be very interesting to see who would you draft in
I
fantasy.
don't. Me personally, I'll draft Scotty because Scotty does more. Shit, I wouldn't. Like I said, bro, I would say Scotty is the alpha because what I seen Luke Dort do to Brandon Ingram, I seen Brandon Ingram fold when the pressure got tight, his asshole got tight. Okay, motherfucker, Scotty Barnes, that boy is a dog. He ain't scared of nobody. He gonna go at. I don't think Luke Dort is a great defensive player. I don't think he would have let Luke Dort lock him up, bro. He would have went at Luke Dort. Brandon Ingram was passive, so it's like mm, I can't really see it.
They
I
got
don't I
swept by
don't
the
think
Thunder
Brandon
that
Ingram.
year.
Yeah,
They
they
got swept
did.
by the Thunder that year.
They did.
Zion
I
didn't
don't
play.
think
He didn't play that
I
year.
don't think Brandon Ingram got that dog in him.
Oh wow. I think Brandon Ingram's gonna be a good player though. I'd draft
Yeah,
him.
for sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it was like both on the board though. Whew. I don't know because Scotty last year was pretty decent, but it's like, will his fantasy points go down because Brandon Ingram's there now? I don't know.
I think his scoring will go down, but I think everything else will go up. His rebound and his assist. Because if we being honest, Scotty is low key they point forward. He's low key they point guard.
Yeah,
Low key.
not for real though. That's facts. That's facts. Next team, the Brooklyn Nets. My question is, who's the focal point of the offense? Because we
Hmm.
got Michael Porter. I do expect Cam Thompson to be back, maybe not with a brand new contract, but I do expect Cam Thomas to be back. You got two shot chuckers. Then you got all these rookies. Who is the focal point? Who is going to be that focal point of the offense going forward? I know the Nets are probably going to be bad, but is it going to be Michael Porter? Is it going to be Cam Thomas? Or is it going to be any of these rookies like Igor Denham? Like, who's going to be the focal point of the Brooklyn Nets? It's going to be very interesting to see how they are. They're going to be a very bad team, but that is my question for the Brooklyn Nets. Who is the focal point of the Brooklyn Nets offense?
My question for the Brooklyn Nets is what direction are we going in? Because I don't really think Igor Denham is it's gonna be that good. Don't get me wrong. I hope he proves me wrong, but as of what I've seen in college and in the summer league, I don't think he should be, your focal point of a rebuild. So what direction are we going? And the other guys, they're question marks. So what direction are we going, and how do we even become relevant again? You got Michael Porter. That's depending on Michael Porter coming out was supposed to be a first round pick. I mean, a first overall pick, but his back got hurt. He hurt his back. And he doesn't give you anything defensively. Cam Thomas doesn't give you anything defensively. Like, what are we doing here? How do we become relevant, and what direction are we going in? Because it seems like they just like the Kings. They just collecting players, and whoever hit, they hit.
See, but the Nets are like, they're supposed to be bad. So it's like, I expect them to do stuff like this. The Kings, it's like the Kings, it's like they want to be good, but it's like, man, we really can't. So let's just take this. Let's just take this. That's what they're doing. Like, they're just all over the place. Honestly, though, I do want to, like, I don't know how that's going to work with Cam Thomas and Michael Porter. Like, I don't, like, they're both shot chuckers.
Yeah.
They're both shot chuckers. So I really do want to say, I do think Michael Porter is better than Cam Thomas, though. I do believe that. And how to get better, they got to wait till next year. They got to hope, they pray they get AJ. They got to pray.
If they get AJ, they move in the right direction now.
And if they don't get AJ, do they have to get AJ?
Yes,
do they have to. So if they get anybody else.
Well, it depends on how the Boozer twin plays at Duke next year.
What's the other dude?
I think
Peterson?
it's Cam. It started with a D. I can't think of his name right now. Yeah, I know you're talking. I think he's going to. Is he going to Kansas? Is he going to Kansas? I think he's going to Kansas.
So I'm asking, like, so if they get any one of them, they're not moving in the right direction.
Yeah, if they don't get one of them, they have to get those top three. They have to get those top three.
Okay, they have to get them. So they don't have to get AJ. They just gotta get one of them. Okay, I do. Is it Derek?
I'm looking up his name right now. Darren Peterson. Yeah, he's with Kansas. He's with Kansas. Yep, he's with Kansas. If they got to get one of them three though. They have to get one of those three.
Is Cameron Boozer? That's the better one, right?
Cam Boozer. That's the better one. Yeah.
What's the other one? Caleb or something? What's the other Boozer name?
Caden.
Caden Boozer. What's the difference? Like, what makes the other one better?
One is 6'4" and the other is 6'9".
Oh wow,
250. Okay. He's 6'9", 250.
So Cameron's 6'9".
Yeah.
So that's just okay. Yeah, I mean that's 5 inch difference. So it does make a difference. It's like they both play with each other forever. So it's like, which one makes him just a better player overall? Like, that's all. Man, height make a big difference, man, in the world.
They do.
Next team, we got 3 teams left. 76ers. My question is, how long can we depend on Joel Embiid's health? How long? Because at this point, bro, it's looking very bleak that he probably will just never be healthy again. It's looking like that. So how long, as the 76 organization, can we really depend on this guy to save our franchise? The process is most likely over. Paul George is whatever. Tyrese Maxey, VJ, Jarrett. We got some good guards for the future, but Joel Embiid is the key. But we can't keep depending on him all the time because he stays hurt. So that's my question. How long can we depend on the health of Joel Embiid?
My question is almost the same as yours. Do we still trust the process? Because every year we can't even get more than 40 games out of Joel Embiid. We can't even get half a season out of Joel Embiid. So are you guys still going to trust the process and try to move on with Joel Embiid, or is it time to blow this up and focus on our young guys?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. As long as Joel Embiid's still there, the process is still going on.
Man, the process is over with, dog. That shit failed.
Hey, man, as long as Joel Embiid there, like I said, process still going on. But let's move on to the Hornets. My question is, will the Hornets actually be a serious team, and can they actually get a healthy year out of LaMelo Ball? Because I mean, when LaMelo Ball has been healthy, they have gone to the play. Like they have gone to the play when he is healthy. When he's not healthy, they've been a terrible team and been in the lottery every year. So I just want to see if LaMelo can actually stay healthy this year and not hurt his ankle because it's usually the same injury. It's always an ankle injury. So I hope he can
Mhm.
stay healthy this year. Maybe even the other guys, Brandon Miller, can he stay healthy? He's been hurt his first 2 years in the NBA. Can we get a healthy year from them? Like, can they just can the health can we just get a healthy year from those two guys and will they be a serious team? Because I feel like they're I've always said I feel like they're not a serious team. Like you talked about it, I think earlier, like this months ago, like they was moving in the right direction with their offseason moves and stuff, but then they signed Special Jim with it's like, why are you doing that? That's just why. Like, so are you gonna be a serious franchise? That's my question for the Hornets.
My question for the Hornets is it time to move on from LaMelo Ball? Like you said, LaMelo has not been healthy, and when he has, they've just made the play-in. So it's like it reminds me of the Steph Curry early years in Golden State when he kept injuring his ankle, and they were debating on trading him. So that's my question for them: is it time to move on from LaMelo? Because if we being honest, he looking like Joel Embiid. He can't play more than half a season either. So is it time to move on from LaMelo? I wouldn't, but is it time to move on from LaMelo?
They was gonna trade like Steph Curry for like Andrew Bogut at that time. And they probably like, thank God we didn't do that.
Yeah,
And
thank
they still
God.
got Andrew Bogut at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter. I mean, I wouldn't move on from LaMelo. Because I think at this point, like, you just need somebody for the Hornets. Like, you need that star attraction. And he brings
Yeah,
it easily. Like,
yeah.
you just need him, bro. No matter, like, the injuries and stuff. And he's a good player when he plays. His shot selection might be terrible, but he's still a good player. So, I wouldn't move on from him, at least not yet. I would say this, though. If he gets hurt again, knock on wood, I'd think about it. Because at this point, bro, this is every year. Like this is every year now. It's the same injury, ankle injury, bro. You change shoes, you put on ankle braces, and you still getting hurt with an ankle. So yes, never, man. I don't know if I draft him in
It's
fantasy,
been
man.
and
Depending on the
it's
spot.
been 5 years too. He been in the league for 5 years, and every year you've been hurt.
Every year, bro. I don't, man. Depending on fantasy, man. I don't know where you could draft him, man. He's a
He
good
had
player.
one good year, and that was his sophomore year, bro. He played 75 games.
Damn, that's a lot, man.
Last year he played 47. Okay,
That ain't a lot.
but
That ain't a lot.
he played 51 his rookie year. So he's at least played half a season 3 times out of his 5 years. And
That's
even then,
that's
he didn't play that many games, bro.
that's kind of sad. Last team, the Washington Wizards. My question is, who is the guy? You got a
Mm,
lot of young guys on that team, man. You got Sar, Bub, Keyshawn George, even AJ Johnson to us said Trey Johnson on that team.
hmm
Who's the guy? Who's going to be the guy for the Washington Wizards? And will the vets make a difference? Will CJ McCollum, Chris Middleton, will those veteran guys make a difference on the Wizards? But I do want to see who is the guy. I do want you to answer that too. Who is the guy for the Wizards?
That's crazy because I had the same question. Well, kind of
Oh,
the
you
same
did?
question. Yeah, mine was, can Alex Sarr be our best player?
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
so yeah,
It's kind of sad.
who's the guy?
Who's the guy?
Right now, I don't think they have one. I don't really know who that guy is either. To be honest
I
with
don't
you, I
know
think
either.
they're trying to figure that out right now. Because like you said, they have a lot of good guys. So it's who's gonna separate themselves and be the alpha in that locker room. I think CJ and Chris Middleton and those guys are gonna help them. They're gonna teach them how to be real pros. They're gonna teach them how to actually go about playing the game of basketball. In the NBA. But like you said, who is that guy? I don't even know who that guy is because
I don't
can
know either.
Alex Sarr be your best player? Can Trey Johnson be your best player? Can AJ be your best player? Can Bob, Keyshawn, like they all have talent, but do we see those guys as number ones?
Can
I
Cam be
don't.
your best player?
Oh yeah, or Cam. Okay, Cam be your best player. I don't see none of those guys as a number one,
They
a
got a
guy that
lot of
can lead
young
me to
guys. They got a
They'll lead me
lot.
to a championship. I think
They-
they gonna have them fight for it, bro. I think they got all of them together to see who's gonna be that one that comes out the pack as the alpha.
What do you think? Yeah, we're done. But what do you think of AJ Johnson now? With all like, I feel like he got to fight now.
No,
for
yeah, he
his like a
does.
spot. I feel like yeah,
He
fight.
does. He does
You was high on
because
him too. You was saying he was gonna be really like I think at that time you was like he should be a starting point guard going into next year. But then
hmm
they get Trey Johnson, so it's like, who
and
knows?
then they
And
got
then Trey,
CJ.
yeah. So it's like I feel like he got to fight now for minutes.
Yeah, because he's a very he has fast he's very quick, fast twitch muscles. He's athletic as hell. Um, he can get to the rim at ease. His shot needs a little bit of work. He can play make. He's flashy. He has everything that you look for. Um, but yeah, like you said, he's gonna have to fight for minutes, dog. Because Trey's definitely gonna get ticked. He was there. He was their high draft pick. CJ, CJ is gonna get ticked. Chris Mills is gonna get ticked. Keyshawn, Bob, all those guys. Then they still got Will Riley from Illinois. So they got a lot of guys, bro. A lot of guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man.